Hi all, welcome back to my channel. This is Govardhan. I know it's been a really long time, but yeah, let's quickly have a look into how the market is playing out for today and what the broader scenario is. Prob- Probably let's take up the pleasantries during the weekend and we have some time. Yeah, sounds good. So let's quickly jump into how the market is playing for today in Indian indices, which is Nifty, Bank Nifty, and USDINR. Let's take a small snapshot of it too. So coming quickly to SGX Nifty, we are slightly trading on a gap down of approximately 30 odd points, which is 15,710, 720 range. I think on Friday we closed around 15,752. That was the closing price on Friday. So right now, pretty much on a daily chart, if we actually see, which is on the left side, the time frame. It's slightly on a still on a bearish zone, not completely out of the pairs. More or less, if we have to go out of this zone of pairs, we need to somewhere cross around 16,176 levels. On the downside, if we still have to break further, we'll have to cross 15,190 to the downside. So until then, we'll probably be in this decent 1,000 point range. But on a short term note, the range would actually stick to somewhere more around 15,500 and on the top 15,000 pretty much, which is the high of uh, 27 June. So that would somewhere range around 15,920, 940 odd levels, plus or minus 15-20 points in volatility is a give and take always. So that is where more or less will be placed. So right now, this is the broader and short term and long term support and resistance. And so, but for the day given, let's quickly have a glance about how it is placed for today. Right now, we are sort of opening around flat to bearish, but let's see what the data is actually. So let me quickly bring up the OI for you. Uh, let's track how it's playing out. So let's also have a look into how FI data has been on Friday. So FIIs are bearish still on index options, and the net open interest for FIIs on calls it's slightly bullish versus put which is extremely bearish. And so overall, we are still in a bearish zone. FIIs have sold decent amount of stocks and also index futures, which is not so common. I think in the past 3 days we have seen pretty much selling in terms of FII futures also, not just in cash markets. Cash markets have been in a selling spree from quite some time for now. So, but that's how they have been placed. Uh, let's see. So if we actually see on a monthly thing, you can actually see hold. So FIIs have been net cash sellers from October till now, which is approximately 9 odd months, and that's how significantly they have sold, which is not a small thing, honestly. Yeah, so that's about it, and let's quickly give a glance into how this is playing out. So this is multi-strike OI. We are seeing 15,600 and 15,700, and we have closed 15,750. So 15,700, there's still significant amount of call writing is present, although we have seen a dip in the call writing, which is a sign. But again, in the sense of 15,600 PE, we've seen a dip in 15,600 PE put writing basically. So we are somewhere in an indecisive zone actually, and that would be hard for us to still gauge a direction in the micro trend. So unless your existing positions are open from a broader range, it wouldn't actually be a rewarding one if you open now and stick it to for a long time. So yes, you might get a chance here and there, but it's more about trying out your luck and all. It's not just the directional play when the market is non-directional and also extremely volatile. I mean, yes, this gap up one day and there's a gap down one day. So that's been a cycle for the past 4-5 months in Indian market space, if not everywhere else too. And also one more thing, we haven't exactly followed the foreign markets completely. So we have seen foreign markets crashing all the way to 30%, 25%, or on various indices and more. But Indian markets really haven't crashed that much. So on that note, yes, if there's a panic sell, we'll see a heavy selling. But otherwise, for now, we are in a non-directional zone, and indecisive zone would be a right word if I have to use. So that's a quick note on Nifty. So how we have and where we are positioned. Let's take a look on how Bank Nifty is positioned. Yes. So on the left side, it's your daily chart of Bank Nifty, and on the right side, it's your 5 minutes time frame. So for Bank Nifty, in terms of similar to Nifty, the trend change would be somewhere around 34,360 odd levels, and on the downside, 32,100, where you will see more pain. But on the short term, 33,000 is still a decent support. If broken, we are heading all the way to 32,000, which is the recent low again. That's of 17 June. So on upside, on flip side, so that would be around 33,750 again, which is very narrow. And if we break that, we'll be playing for the other 600 points on the top. And then the downside, it's 1,000 points. So plus or minus, take 700 to 800 points. That's how Bank Nifty plays around the violent spikes that actually happen. So that's on the short term and long term perspective. Slight long term, not extremely long term, is what I would say. You could actually many short term if we have to work, because long term actually doesn't work, or I haven't actually told that. So that's on. If you see on a daily chart basis, where we might open. So until we break this range, we will actually stick in between the 700 points range, 750 odd points. So until that's broken, we can't actually do anything. But if we have to try to enter a position, we can actually sort of 33,000 would be a decent entry. Below closing below that would give us an opportunity of roughly 100 odd points, and immediately which would push to another 250 odd points on the downside. So and all the way till there. And on the upside, if we are breaking 33,600, we actually closed somewhere around 33,600 odd levels. So if we break on top side and sustain for another 30 odd minutes somewhere in the beginning of the day or during the day, we could actually witness a decent move for the upside, headed towards 33,750, which is a minor resistance. And if that's broken, we'll have the psychological resistance of 34,000, which broken is 34,300 odd levels, which is where we actually have a decent resistance on the top. So that's how we are positioned shortly on Bank Nifty space. And I have to bring up your. We have 33,000 and 34,000, sorry, 33,500 and 33,000 call and puts respectively, and we can actually see where put writing has come down as well as call writing has come down. So in terms of similar wavelength to Nifty, we are hovering in indecisive zone. So stay cautious with your premiums if you are into derivative trades. And yeah, that's about is what I could actually tell you from the charts right now. On a shorter time frame, we are in a very indecisive zone, and until we break either of the zones, either of the top or bottoms, we are not going to see a decent moves. So that's about on bank. It's about on Bank Nifty. Let me quickly bring it out for you. Let's have a quick glance and then we'll wrap up for the day. So USDINR, like actually see a 1 day chart, which would be more precise. So you could see that there was some heavy volume kicking in the last week of June compared to the previous week, and it's actually pushed all the way to 79.5, 79.6 for USD INR. Yeah, 79.53 is the high for us. There's one push somewhere in May to 79.5, but then after that, this is where we have seen the 79.53, which is our high. So right now, again, in similar aspects, 78.6 and 78 are extremely very good supports for USD INR. So unless some major event breaks down from RBI or the global market space, or if the crude comes tumbling down, we are not going to witness a down move in terms of the current or appreciation in terms of INR. So, which is not going to be easy considering how the inflation policies are going around in the world, and also the rate hikes from across major financial institutions across the globe. So that's a quick note on USD INR also, but that's about it. I don't have anything more to discuss right away. But if there's anything or any question that pops up in your head, please feel free to comment that in the section, and then probably I'll just take it up during the time. So that's about it from my side, and have a good trading day. Yes, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go hit the subscribe button and notifications too. I will try to post more frequently now that I'm back. So that's about it, and yeah, see you. Have a good day.